Greetings and welcome to Careful Conversations at the Kitchen Table. My name is Jane Barton. I'm the Caregiving Ambassador for AARP, the sponsor of this program. And I certainly want to thank you for swinging by the kitchen table today to talk about the journey of caregiving from the inside out. Like many of you, over the course of my lifetime, I've been called to companion a number of family members as well as friends and clients as they are confronting the daunting challenges of aging and progressive illness. Now, throughout that companioning, I also recognized another role that I filled, and that was the role of witness. I witnessed an incredible amount of loss in that journey. And just like you, I realized that is one of the most challenging roles I've ever been asked to fill. And so in that process, I had to ask myself, what's to be learned here? How can I balance the daunting aspects of companioning and witnessing? What will balance that out for me so that I can realize this is also a sacred journey? Well, what we have to realize that along the way of companioning those who are aging or ill, we are going to witness a myriad of changes, physical, cognitive, sometimes spiritual. With those changes, they will also experience subsequent losses and perhaps endure some suffering. Now that is a high calling indeed, to witness the suffering of those we care for or perhaps those that we love. And we have to understand that we are profoundly affected by that process of witnessing. Sometimes to the point that it's a life-changing event. It transforms how we see ourselves, how we see other people, perhaps how we view life. Now, I was reminded of this about a year and a half ago. My brother was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and as I traveled to Texas to be with him at the end of his life, I had to prepare for that, companioning as well as witnessing. I knew it was going to be an emotional roller coaster. I recognized I was already starting to feel vulnerable, because if this could happen to my brother, who was only 3 years older than I, this could happen to me. And finally, I realized I was already grieving his loss. And when I arrived at his home, I started to grieve the incremental losses that we witnessed as his body started to shut down. Now, all of this is challenging. All of this is daunting, and all of it is destabilizing. But it's part of the lived experience. Although I realized that was one of the hardest weeks of my life, I also know it was profoundly important that I was there. So we have to prepare to companion as well as witness. We have to go in with our eyes wide open. We need to realize the reality of the situation and understand there may be things that happen we want to fix and we want to change. And those are usually beyond our control. And so the gift that we have to offer is our courageous presence, to be present in the room and to witness the journey. And by so doing, it's going to require everything we have to offer: our mind, our body, our heart, and our soul. But please hear this, it is worth that investment. It is worth being present to the moment. It is worth witnessing, because we will be forever changed and we will see life differently. I remember the first sunrise I witnessed in Denver after my brother died. And it was so vibrant and vital and vivid. It was as if I had seen the sunrise for the first time in my life. And it was because of my enhanced appreciation for my own life following the death of my brother. So yes, witnessing loss will change us, but it's not always in a negative way. I have an enhanced appreciation of my lived experience, and that is a blessing indeed. So I want to thank you for swinging by today to talk about another difficult subject of caregiving, and hopefully you heard something of benefit. If you need some more information or resources, please check out the Caregiving Resource Center on the internet that is afforded to you by AARP, or check out my website, Cardinal Life. Both addresses will be noted at the end of this video. I hope that you will tune back into some other conversations at a later date. And until our paths cross again, I wish you and yours many blessings on your journey. Take good care.